missile. Coming to the stage is another guy. He just got his start really recently here. He was up here on stage this last weekend with Jim Wiggins, one of our comics. So he's pretty new to this. Give a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Travis.
I've done a lot of stand-up comedy. Wait just a second. I've done a lot of stand-up comedy at Laughs on the Landing in St. Louis. Now for my next trick. But I hadn't been on stage to perform in over 3 years until last Thursday. I came here to see Jim Wiggins, and I sat right down here close, and while he was performing, he interacted with the audience, and we traded some jokes, and then he found out that I had done stand-up comedy, and he invited me up here for 3 or 4 minutes. I jumped at the chance because to be on stage with a legend, comic legend. So I wrote some new material for tonight, but I decided to use the material that I used last week, that I wrote and used last week. So what does a man with 11-inch dick have for breakfast? This morning I had 3 eggs, bacon, and toast. Yeah, I did. Unfortunately, don't get ahead of me now. Unfortunately, I have double vision. So 11 divided by 2 is... I never was good with fractions. I once went to bed with a midget. She called me a stud. I was so filled with pride that I almost married the lying bitch. In all my years, I've done a lot of sexual research, both in, bed, and out. And I have found that the average length of intercourse is 4 minutes. Fast fuckers, ain't they? And the average number of strokes is 9 per minute. So that's 9 times 4 is 36. Now, from all the sex manuals that I have read, say that the average man's penis is 6 inches long. I'm sorry, ladies, I didn't write the books. So 6 times 36 is 216 inches, or 18 feet of cock that a woman gets during her average intercourse. Now, the average woman has sex 3 times a week, 50 weeks a year. So that's 150 times 36 equals 2,700 feet, or just a little over half a mile. So if any of you ladies in the audience, y'all know where I'm going with this, don't you? Yeah, I'm afraid so. So if any of you ladies in the audience haven't had your half a mile of dick in the last 12 months, see me after the show, and I'll see if I can help you remedy your predicament. Travis says good night. Travis!
everybody. Give it up for Travis. He knows a lot about dicks. That's all I know. All the sexual manuals he's read. How many are there?
A lot.
I guess I'm the only one in the dark on this. I don't know.